What's good, superstars? Back with another Veve video. You got Superstar Joe. You got Superstar Rob in the building. How's it going, Rob?
Pretty good, you?
Oh, all right. If you're new here, please do not forget, become a superstar. Hit the subscribe button down below. Great things are happening to superstars every single day. We know a bunch of great things have been happening to you guys. We're going to get right into that when we go through our Twitter feed, but keep it going. You can become a superstar VIP. If you were a superstar VIP in the last couple of weeks or even days, you probably had some good intel on what we were doing, and it probably would have paid off for you pretty nicely. We're going to talk about that in just a little bit, but becoming a VIP, $2.99 a month. Hit the join button underneath the video on the web platform. Also, you get all of our buys and sells. You get our spreadsheet that tells you if you should hit a blind box, if it's going to be profitable based on your price predictions. And you can win mini brands. You can win your name on a real life star in the universe. It's crazy. And there's going to be more and more that we keep bringing to this membership. So also follow us on Twitter. That's good. Also follow us on Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok. Send us your pictures. Send us your videos. I know there's a lot of you guys probably going to the San Diego Comic-Con. Send it to us. We want to retweet it for you and make you famous. And follow us on the Veve app. Fastos number 6909 for 9.9 million. We will follow you back.
Man, today was a crazy day. Absolutely crazy. There's so much to talk about.
If you were following us on Twitter, it was actually pretty wild. So this happened. We actually were going to talk about this. We had Sean on yesterday from Comics and Crypto. Shout out to him. If you didn't see that video, go check out our video from yesterday, a 1 hour long video. But we ended up buying tickets for the November DCon.
We're coming.
Rob and Joe, superstars, are going to be at DCon. So if you're ready to meet us, we're going to be there, and we're excited to meet all you guys and the whole Veve fam for sure.
Time to meet the fam.
Yeah. Bunch of other stuff. So maybe click this one here. That's easier yeah.
There you go.
That's a little bit bigger. So also, I guess we have oversized Booth 7777, previous winner of a giveaway. He's coming in November. He's saying he can't wait to meet us, so we can't wait to meet you either. Put in cheeks. No Veve drops, but he's saying how this is like the most gem purchases in a while.
That was a lot. 1 million.
Yeah.
It's been a while since we had 1 million a day. That used to be normal, though. But that's crazy that this is starting to pick up. But we do know that people will get banned if they buy off app. Now they're forced to buy clean gems, bringing new gems into the ecosystem.
And the crazy part is the 100,000 is pretty much entirely from secondary market burns.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because there was no drop.
That's right. So this is just people getting money right now. It was on the 19th. It's just they're getting ready for DCon. Maybe got some new people in, and probably new app downloads. We're trying to track that too. Mm-hmm. But yeah, nice to see that million and see how this.
I think it has a lot to do with that snapshot as well. Because the snapshot was yesterday, and right after that snapshot, everybody was listing and trying to sell. Probably a big chunk of that burn is from that.
Very possible.
So today, if you did the Dinosaur thing, and you got the airdrop, Veve changed it up, and actually I think they changed it for the better for the majority of people. How it seems to have worked, and I don't know exactly, but people who had a mixture of common, uncommon, and rares ended up getting an ultra rare. So they did away with common, uncommon, and rare, and they just came out with ultra rares and secret rares. And what happened is they gave the ultra rares to anybody who had one from each set, and then they gave the secret rares to people who had all three sets. And I don't know if they had to hold the three sets past that snapshot time, because I'm hearing a bunch of people saying that they did sell, but they sold after the snapshot time.
Yeah, well.
And they only ended up with the ultra rare. But in Veve's defense, they did say in the Medium article that you would only be getting ultra rare. So
it's true. They said you're only getting ultra rare. Now, in yesterday's video, we explicitly said, I think we said it 2 days straight, we were not going to sell at that last second because we were concerned. We didn't really trust that the snapshot would happen right at that time. Yeah. So we don't know. They didn't tell us everything. We're like, no. When we get the drop in our bag, then we're going to say, okay, now we can sell it if we want to sell it. We held on to it. It was the right decision.
Yeah, there's some people out there who are upset, and who knows? Maybe they sold at like 11 their time, and it wasn't the time of what Veve is, because it was like Pacific, I think 8 a.m. or something like that. But
that could have been a time zone. It's not hard to make a mental error where you think you made the time zone and you didn't actually meet the time zone. Yeah. That could have been that, or it could have been that just people sold right after the drop, and Veve punished them for that.
It's looking like if you did get the secret rare, you're sitting pretty. And it was worth it to hold out and not sell for half price because also they're pretty cool. Why am I going to sell one at 7 gems? I think that the detail on these things are pretty cool.
Yeah.
We're helping out our buddy Ryan here to try and sell one of his Nickelodeon NFTs. We're going to get back to that. Dr. Profit, we're going to get back to that. David Yu, the man, the myth, the legend. We actually retweeted one of O'Malley's tweets about the booth. And that same tweet, we got David Yu here saying Moon Knight. So I have no idea what he's talking about.
Yeah, I mean,
I don't see anything to do with Moon Knight in this picture. I don't know if you guys have any clue.
I mean, he did just use a happy face. Right?
I don't know about that.
He did just use a happy face. Is that really Moon Knight? That's not a moon.
I think it's a moon. I think on the phone it looks more like a moon too.
Right? Like if he did a smiley face knight, what else could it be? Was it do not stack?
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what it is, but that's pretty wild. That he's actually going at it again. You gonna you, I guess.
And they had the Marvel Mighties just plastered all over.
Yeah.
Let's get that gamification.
Crazy.
Going.
If you didn't know, Veve Magic's doing a giveaway. Looks like she actually did a poll asking what do you guys want to win, and I think artwork, like physical artwork, was leading that poll. So make sure you go check that out. I think she's trying to get 1,000 subscribers on YouTube. So go help her out.
You're saying the poll people wanted physical,
right here,
not digital.
That's the poll.
Wow.
No, I think it was going to be a physical no matter what.
No matter what.
And then she said, what type of physical do you want? And people...
I was going to say, in this community, you would think they would take a digital product over the physical, but...
Yeah. So here you go. This is more with this Dinosaur airdrop had turned out to be like the whole talk of the day. And everybody was listing it for 222,000 gems. Ridiculous.
So this really got me going here. Can you open that up for a second? Let's see that list of people here. I just want to point out, look at the people that are involved in this. You have Dr. Profit,
yeah,
and you have Foster Hill. You have people in the community that are very well involved. They know and understand the scarcity that was going to come from this. It was pretty obvious that this was going to be an extremely scarce drop. I don't think now's a good time to pull it up or no. Want to go to the next one first?
Let's keep going through it. But there's been different names. I mean, some people are calling it the 222 gang. I think we were calling it the 424 Club. That's originally what we were calling it. And we were wondering who else was in it. Some of you guys said you're in it. Some of you guys said you didn't get one. Also, yesterday for the Comic and Crypto, their giveaway started today.
That's right, yeah.
Here you go, Ryan, Realist Me, RC, Club 424. I think this is ended up being what everybody is calling it, Club 424. But look how clean this picture is.
What phone is this? Like, I think he said it was an iPhone 13.
It looks like he's in the app though. He took the picture through the app.
Yeah, my camera is completely like bad. If I take a photo, it's so blurry.
And you posted it sideways today.
Yeah, I did on purpose.
But look at this. It's actually a pretty cool NFT. Like the first one where there's two actually interacting in the same collectible.
Two animated interacting collectibles at the same time.
This is someone who's just showing off everything they had to get in order to go for the airdrop.
Nice.
We'll get back to that. 222 gang, Foster Hill talking about it. So this was something interesting. Rob, why don't you talk about the Google Trends?
Well, we tracked the Google Trends for a long time. We've been tracking them for months now, and they've really had nothing specific that we had anything to talk about because if you take a look at the Google Trends over the past 90 days, they're very, very stable. But right around the 14th up to 15th, and now it's coming back down. We did notice a little bit of a spike. So there might have been an increase in, downloads in the app. There might have been an increase of some popularity with some things going on right now with NFTs that had that short little blip. I don't think it's enough, but we are seeing more money coming into the app now. So hopefully that they can build on this with Decon and everything that's going on in the future, as well as Comic-Con right now. And by the end of the year, let's see how this changes because we're looking for a longer kind of bear market. I don't think we're going to be out of this tomorrow. But little blips like this give me some, it's like the pulse, right? Like maybe something's going to pick up. So we'll continue to watch.
The other thing is Rob actually has been doing a lot of digging and some research into getting a little bit more analytics, which may help us to understand these numbers a little bit better regarding the Veve app.
We'll see.
That hopefully we can figure that out. That comes soon. Shout out to Kyla May for doing this dope artwork. I thought that was pretty cool. I wanted to retweet it with the golden moments getting shot off as fireworks. This is dope, of course. This one threw me off. Now it could be nothing. But Disney says we're ready to marvel at all the SDCC surprises. Disney Plus SDCC.
What surprises?
And Veve is at the Marvel booth. and they posted about their booth, and Disney Plus is replying. So is there going to be a Disney surprise?
I don't know. That's a good question. I don't know. This is pretty crazy.
Speculate in the comments. Let us know if there's going to be a Disney surprise. If you know more about this, if it's just nothing and I'm just overreacting with my blush faces here, but
I don't think you're overreacting. Like we're already past the point of overreacting. They're literally in the booth with Marvel.
Yeah.
Like they're in the booth with Marvel at this point. You know they're in bed completely with Disney.
Yeah.
So I'm curious to know what surprises they mean. Maybe we got some more airdrops.
Is there going to be more to what we know? We know that there's the 5 drops. What else is coming? I think there's more coming, but maybe not on the Wednesday like today. Maybe closer to the weekend, the bigger days, the more busy days. Now here's another. This, guys, is the proof of the Juju.
This is proof.
Mitchell Locklear was trying to join the membership for so long. His credit card wasn't going through. He had a bunch of issues. He finally gets it working on today. Like basically, I think in the morning today, goes for the drop, hits number 54.
Incredible. You know what? It was literally for weeks that he was sending posts like, how do I join your membership? I send him a link. He's like, no, it doesn't work. How do I join your membership? I'm like, go to our profile, hit join. He's like, I have my expert niece helping me, and we still can't figure it out. And then finally he figured it out. There you go.
It was his credit card issue, he told us. So he updated his credit card, everything worked out. But number 54, first of all, it was really hard to hit this drop. I actually hit it. I ended up selling it for like 9 gem profit. Probably not the best decision, but I really don't love it. I just thought that it was scarce enough that it should make a little bit of money.
Yeah.
And by the time I delivered, the prices dropped. I probably would have made a little more if I got it early.
Those are, you know what? Those are the ones that if you're going to gamble, those are the ones you want to gamble on, because even if you only make like 5 gems, you have a chance at a low mint like 54, right?
Yeah, exactly. So now Mitchell's laughing. I don't know what you did with it. Let us know, Mitch. We can update the fan. But look how crazy Club 424 went. And look at Ryan.
God.
Ryan took off with this.
Oh,
this is everything. Look how great this logo is.
Everything he posts is crisp. Even this is
A
crisp.
community-driven utility project. That's exactly what it was. Look at my reply. Oh my God.
Yeah.
So
It's
Ryan,
so funny.
shout out to Ryan. If you're not following Ryan, he does Twitter Spaces all the time too. Great dude. Cannot wait to meet the guy. Hopefully he comes to DCon. He said maybe he's going. He doesn't know for sure though. Some people are not in the 424, but look at that mint number.
Pretty good.
110. That's some juju if I ever seen it.
Yes.
Dino was wrong.
Palindrome.
He was wrong. He didn't go for it. He said he was wrong. He did a video. But this is another thing that was taking
I
storm.
love this.
People, shout out to superstar Laura M. First of all, for showing us this. She's just browsing the marketplace and sees that people are putting
I love it.
superstar in their profiles on Veve.
Yeah, I love it. I love it.
So shout out Jam the Man for being a superstar.
Yeah.
Then you got superstar Laura M.
Fave, that's who she is. She's superstar Fave VIP. That's it. She knows.
There you go. So shout out to Laura M.
Yeah.
And then she also mentioned this. There's how there's this little comic book or something with a hand here in the corner on the poster.
I see it.
If anybody has any guesses to what that is, leave that in the comments below. Then we got our boy Jack the 95 superstar VIP. Did a little box around it too with the stars. Guys, you guys are creative.
They're so good.
Look at that, another superstar Jeff, San Antonio, Texas.
Yes.
This is crazy, guys. Are you doing this? Like, this is the first I've seen.
I've never seen this till now.
We got to put it in ours.
I don't even have it in mind. I gotta do this.
So Rob, why don't we get into the topic of the video?
Well,
we made them.
I want to show 2 things. Okay.
All right.
The main topic. I want to talk about first the VIP membership.
Okay, let's talk about it. Yeah, it's a good idea.
I want to make this very clear. We weren't super vocal about our strategy on this airdrop, but we did say, if we were a VIP, we do post our buys and sells. So you can see that we purchased the full sets. I already had the ultra rare. I think you already had a few of them too.
Yeah.
We purchased the full sets in order to participate in this drop. Now, when we talked about it, to us, it was pretty obvious that you were going to get an extremely scarce collectible. The store only had, I think, 620 of them or something like that sold.
For the ultra rare, for the beta, yeah.
So you already know not every single one's going to get bought to be used for this, right? So you had already the most it could have ever been is 624. If you look at some of the other things of the app, like Professor Utonium there or whatever, he's trading at like 1,200, 1,500. He has around the same thing. He has 450, something like that. So you already know if you're going to get even 500 mint numbers, it was going to do extremely well. It only cost, in my case with me, 500 gems. I had a feeling that this was going to go over 500 gems, and I could always just resell whatever I did and recover some of that. So even if I resell it for 50%, you're still very much well ahead. To us, this was obvious. If you were a Superstar VIP, you would have been able to see this. I know many of them did follow and capitalize on this. Obviously, this is not financial advice, but maybe they were inspired by this idea, seeing that we did this. I think most people who didn't go for this might have missed out. You might not have had the gems, but it's like an example I like to use. I'm going to Vegas tomorrow, so it's only fitting. It's like blackjack, right? When you have the probability on your hand, when the dealer's showing a bus card and you got a good hand, sometimes you got to double down. You want to take your shot when you get your shot. And this is one of those examples where you might as well take your shot on the risk, because the odds were in your favor that you would probably walk away with more than you started with. So I just wanted to point that out. If all the Superstar VIPs, I really hope, comment below if you saw this and it inspired you to do the same thing. And yeah, I mean, obviously this is the first day. There's a lot of hype on this. The hype's going to die down over time. Things will change.
Yeah.
But let's have some fun with Club 424 right now.
Yeah. And I think also though, when you have a new drop, usually the first day there's the most listings as well. So these things will settle into people's hands. So who knows where this could go? It could end up settling, like you said, close to maybe a Professor Utonium, or I don't even know his name.
I think so. Yeah.
Maybe around like 1,200 or something like that. It end up at, but that's like 1,200 gems for free, not basically for free, or maybe like a couple hundred gems if you bought and then it cost you like 500 to complete what you needed. You probably can only get like 250, 300 now. So maybe you lost 200 on the buys of the original.
Yeah.
But the 1,200 or 1,000, whatever this settles at, will end up covering that and more. So
well, you would think that because it was an induced loss, a lot of selling happening at one time, you would think that it would actually kind of recover over time a little bit. So I think there's a chance it could still somewhat recover over time, but we are obviously in bearish trends. It might not just have that extra bullish push to get it back to where it used to be.
They're still in the store, a lot of them, right?
So anyways, that's just something that I wanted to bring up. Now, as we were talking about, there's one more thing that we have to mention, which is related to, let's go down to here. There we go. Dr. Profit. Okay. Like I said, right, with the
Club 424 member.
With the 424 club, you saw these elite people, these elite collectors going for these drops because of how scarce they are. They wanted to have this. But here's something else that we want to talk about. And this is the main meat of the video. Can we learn from what's happening right now in other parts of the NFT space to see what's going to happen to Veve when interoperability comes in? So Dr. Profit said a sneak preview of how important IP is. Nickelodeon, Veve will destroy this ranking once interoperable. I estimate half of the top 20 will be at Veve official. It won't be necessarily at OpenSea. That will be allowed to list Disney, Marvel, Star Wars NFTs. And then, so there's a lot of talk about eventually going to OpenSea, right? Yeah. Being able to sell them. It's a different market. When you're on OpenSea, it's a completely different market. So right now, Nickelodeon, they just, I guess, came out with their drop, right?
Yeah, Rugrats and Hey Arnold. And I don't know, I didn't expect much from it, but I think on their platform, it may not be doing crazy well.
Yeah.
I think the packs might be doing okay. But I think once people realized what these things were going for on the OpenSea, I think the values might have went up a little bit. And as you can tell here, the volume is more than CryptoPunks, which is kind of ridiculous. So I guess the whole point is, what happens when you get IP like Disney playing with the same people's money here, the people who have this ether to be swinging around? What happens when you get Disney or Marvel IP, which is, I don't even think it's debatable, much bigger than Nickelodeon IP?
Yeah, it was actually NF Talk and Non-Fungible who messaged us on Twitter to let us know about the situation. He said that the first Nickelodeon NFTs on Recur dropped and they have 3x and they can be sold in OpenSea, I think. They're getting probably 8x there. So and they're 1-on-1. So basically what the point he's trying to make is that it was selling for a certain multiple off platform. When it finally got moved over, it sold for an even higher multiple.
Yeah.
And we think that we can learn from this. Now, there's some debate out there in the community whether this is actually going to be the case. However, now this data point is still factual. Like, we know that there's an increase in demand when it gets taken off platform. Mm-hmm. So for me, I have no reason to believe that that won't be the case when we could take Veve NFTs and bring them off platform. Maybe the prices we're seeing right now are going to be much more when we have that opportunity to go to that open sea of wealth.
Well, there's people who have, I think there's people who don't want to be putting this money on their credit card. Some people have ether or cryptos stacked up. People don't want to be taking money out of their bank when they already have it set into cryptos. They don't want to pay the gas fees to sell it into cash and then go and buy it separately. So I think there's a lot of money on the side that could be pumped into this stuff, especially when they figure out what it is. And I think everybody knows that's what the future is going to be here if we have interoperability and a Veve verse or something like that. So it's just a matter of time at this point. But the Nickelodeon drop gives you a little sneak peek of what could happen. And this right here is, I guess, just read the name.
Steve Aoki, if you don't know him, pretty famous DJ. Look what he says: swept the floor for $50K on the Nickelodeon NFTs. Any guesses who these are going to? So there's this big celebrity, big time DJ, probably makes a tenth of that in a night. I don't know how much money he would make every time he performs, but for him, that's probably a drop in the bucket. That $50K buys up a bunch of NFTs. Can you imagine when he finds out about Veve? The Veve fan just came out flying at this point, just saying, don't forget about Veve. You're going to want that too. So, it's pretty incredible. I think the opportunity is there. And Steve Aoki, more celebrities. I think Veve has their celebrities.
Yeah.
Maybe they've been muzzled right now because of it already. But when their celebrities come out too, because don't forget, it's not just a money thing. I think there's a lot of people who are interested in this and would totally jump on this train, but just have literally not heard of it.
Yeah, no, it's true.
They just haven't heard of it yet. They haven't heard of Veve. They don't know about Marvel NFTs. They're interested in NFTs. They love Marvel. They love Disney. They love any DC, whatever it ends up being, and they just haven't heard of the app.
Yeah, and it's going to take time. It's going to take time. Right now, we're doing some good things. They're going to all the cons. They're going to the Comic Cons. They're going to San Diego Comic Con. They're going to New York Comic Con. They're going to the D-Con in UK. They're going to D-Con in Anaheim. They're putting the word out to the fans of these brands, but it's going to take even beyond that to pump these to new levels. The crypto people, there's some crypto people, and they're bringing people from all different ways, and it's just going to take time to integrate. Plus, a little bit of a better economy will always help for sure, because then you're going to get more people looking for alternate investments. But I think everything right now is going smoothly. I would like to see things stay a little bit down, so I have a little bit more time to accumulate, because everybody knows how it is. You can't hold on to gems right now. Everything's on sale. But if it doesn't, then we're just going to have to use our experience. We've been in the app for now since November. We've been educated. We've had educated losses and gains and all that. So we kind of know how things are playing out. I'm sure that there's going to be things play out different than anybody expects coming in the future. But now we have that experience, which is something that we can hold over a new person into the app. So even if we miss out on the Todds, we miss out on the Waltz, we miss out on these grails, the next grail that comes, hopefully we're better positioned than somebody new coming into the app, and we can kind of play that a little bit better.
Yeah, well, I mean, those are still expensive. Like, the Vader, the Todd, the partners, like, they're extremely expensive for the average user to pick up. So that's why I'm saying, in terms of the opportunities, they do come. We've seen them. They come at this rate. It looks like they're coming maybe once a month, maybe once every 2 months. If you have the gems, like, you're not going to probably be able to do this with just 50 gems. You have to get lucky on a drop.
Yep.
But, like, for example, this airdrop was a perfect example where, if you had the 500 gems, which is a lot less than owning a Todd, a Vader, or anything else, and you're trying to build those gems up to be able to own one of those, you got to take your opportunities when you have higher odds of success. And this airdrop was one of them. Maybe if you didn't go for it, maybe you didn't see that opportunity. Maybe you just didn't have the gems. It's very possible you just didn't have 500 gems. Or maybe you were just scared that the drop would go under what you did, whatever you thought it would go, and then everything would tank, and then you would not make your gems back. But that's why you have to just make educated guesses based on whatever else is on the app. Yeah. So we went the scarcity bet. We made the bet. It worked out. I don't think we're going to sell it anytime soon. I kind of like being in Club 424.
And I think that Club 424 will eventually come up with some community utility, like we saw in Ryan's post there. So hopefully we can make that happen. There's a bunch of fun people from the community. Taps Trades is in there. Dr. Profit, like you said, Foster Health. So a bunch of cool people. I think there's more. I can't remember, but a bunch of them are listed at 222,000. If you want to go take a look at the names there, maybe you know more people than us. We've seen a couple of VIPs, like Rob mentioned. So it's just a cool thing. There's not that many people that could be a part of that club. So
and just another thing to mention, if you missed out on it, don't be too bummed out, because opportunities will always come. There will be another time, I'm sure, when something like this is going to happen, and you'll have to assess it at that time on whether the odds will be in your favor or not. So if you missed out on it, I wouldn't be too bummed about it. There's always going to be another chance. There's always going to be another opportunity. This is the hot thing. This is the hype right now. People forget about it next week. So that's how
That's all Veve is.
Veve, people have short-term memory, so don't worry about it.
Just takes AF15 for everybody to forget.
Oh man, AF15. Here we go with AF15. So I don't know. I want to know what everybody thinks about today's video. We talked about a lot. I want to know your thoughts. Did you end up? Were you a Superstar VIP? Did you see the buys and sells? Did you jump on getting that drop? Do you wish that you went for it? Or are you going to buy it in the secondary market? What do you think about when all these Veve NFTs can be taken off app? Do you think that we're going to see the same increase in the multiple base price like we've seen with the Nickelodeon? Are we going to moon the moment that we can take these off app? So we would love to hear from you. We want to hear from you whether you agree with us or not.
Everybody say, have a good trip to Rob.
Oh yeah, that's right.
He's in Vegas for the next 4 days.
I'm gonna be pretty incoherent the next 4 days, and I think
maybe I'll send us some videos. We'll see.
Yeah, maybe we'll see. Well, Joe's gonna hold the fort. And we have some surprises, so you better watch, because I think you're gonna see some pretty fun stuff
next couple of days.
So just make sure you don't forget. And the way you cannot forget is you can become a superstar and smash that subscribe button, hit the bell, join the Superstar fam. We always want to hear from you. You can also now become a Superstar VIP. Obviously, we want to bring to you as much utility as possible with our VIP. In this case, the buys and sells, I think, would have been valuable for the VIP members. But you can also get a cool symbol beside your name on YouTube. You get our spreadsheet to help you do the probability buys and sells. We're going to name one of the lucky VIPs with the name of a star from NASA. That's going to be a lot of fun. Disney minis. We just shipped out the first one, right?
Yeah, Crypto Actor. It's on the way. 2 days. 2 days shipping.
Yep. So a lot of fun with the VIP. Join the membership. We appreciate all the people who will support us, all the subscribers, all the VIPs. We thank you so much. And we will see you on the next one. Take care.
Love you. Bye.